In the last video, I have shared about the traits of toxic people. So if you haven't watched that video yet, do watch it and then resume this video because this video is continuation of that. Two things to do in your life to maintain your mental health and peace. Step 1. Identify toxic people in your life, which I have helped you in identifying in my previous video. So if you haven't watched that video yet, please watch. Step 2. To eliminate them from life or minimize being in contact with them. I'll share step 2 in this video. Dalai Lama once said, let go of negative people. They only show up to share complaints, problems, disaster stories, fear, and judgment on others. If somebody is looking for a bin to throw all their trash into, make sure it's not in your mind. Cut out negativity from your life. Cutting out a toxic person, be it anyone, your family, friends, or colleagues, doesn't make you a bad person. It means you're valuing your mental and emotional health and well being above everything else. So, now without any further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Walk out. As tough as it might sound, it is necessary for you to take this step to maintain your mental peace. Whenever they start cribbing or complaining, you have to stand up and walk yourself out. And honestly, you don't have to justify or defend why you did that. And by walking out, I don't mean leaving home. By walking out, I mean leaving the spot. So when they are cribbing or crying, walk from that spot and it will make them much more angry and mad. But it will also give them a clear message that you are not interested in their bullshit complaint and you value yourself more than their bullshit arguments. It might look rude, and if they ask you why you did that, be honest and say them on their face. If they want to change, they will realize it. If not, then they will mock at you, and now you have a great reason for filtration. Also, please remember that not every person who complains, cries, or cribs is a toxic person. It might mean that they are just going through a bad phase or a bad day. But if they are having a problem or complain with everything, then they are toxic. You need to understand that. Number 2, learn to say no. Nothing drives toxic people more than a denial. If you know a situation will make you feel unhappy, distressed, or uncomfortable, saying no should only be your option. You can explain your reasoning if you want to, but don't feel that you're obligated to. I know saying no might be tough and very difficult if it's to your loved ones, but ask yourself, is it really worth the pain you have to endure? Is it worth ratting on your mental peace just because you cannot say no to them? If the answer is no, then you gotta say no. They might persuade you, but you gotta be firm. I'll make another video on how to say no, but for time being, just say plain no. And don't think too much about it. No is an answer in itself. Number 3, don't try to change anyone. When dealing with your closed ones, we all hope that they will change with time. We expect that finally one day toxic ones will realize how they have hurt you and change themselves. Sure, people can and do change, but it's beyond your control. They change by themselves, and no matter how much you try, they won't change unless it comes from within. Beyond telling them how you feel, asking them to consider your perspective and encouraging them to talk to a therapist or other professional, that's not much you can do. The only person you can change is you and nobody else. You can influence them, but you cannot change them. Change comes from within. So don't even try to change them because honestly, you cannot. And you will spend so much time, efforts, and energy, and they will be the same person next day. Who knows, by helping them change, you also become toxic. Number 4, don't be nice. But at the same time, don't act like a dick. Know the difference. Be kind, compassionate, but at the same time, know if your kindness is taken advantage of. If you realize that your kindness is taken advantage of, then walk away. Toxic people get their energy from draining your love, your care, compassion, kindness. You will be used as a doormat if you are overly accommodating. Be kind but know when to draw a line. And that brings us to point number 5, which is set boundaries. Set boundaries, set rules for you as well as for them, and more importantly, stick with them. If you told yourself that you wouldn't respond to that text, don't. If you told yourself you wouldn't hang out with them, don't. If you told yourself you would walk away when they start complaining or spur toxicity, walk fucking away. Once you have established boundaries, stick to them. And also let them know that you have set a boundary and you stick to it no matter how much they try to manipulate or influence you. Don't give in. You made a decision and only you are responsible for keeping it. Bonus point, it's not your job to save them. You don't have to help them through every crisis of theirs. The reason that toxic people are often in crisis is because they are master at creating them. It's what they do. Draw, breathe, and create drama. Seek attention, wanting to be the center of fucking attraction. They will show up only when they need something or need a shoulder to cry on or a ear to hear their complaints. They may disguise it as wanting advice, but no, they don't want your advice. They just want your time, your attention. Because no matter how much advice you give, they never act on it and they never change. And you find them in exact same situation after months too. It's not your job to save them. Save yourself first. Improve yourself first before trying to change others. That's all from me, guys. Hope you guys like the video. I know this video is way too short compared to my other videos, but I think this is enough. So if you like this video, then please share it with your friends. And if you didn't like the video, then hit the dislike button and let me know in the comment section that where did I go wrong, which can help me improve further. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.